Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the live chat, don't forget to drop your crowns, your elephants, and let me know where you're watching from. Also, guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. We are doing our finally, I should say, recap, the ultimate recap of Love is Blind Season 2 on Netflix. I know it's the season finale, the weddings happened last week. There's supposed to be a reunion this week. If the reunion is worth it, we'll go live and recap that as well. But we had to talk about Love is Blind Season 2 because I've been so invested. If you didn't see, I did post a video a couple of weeks ago reviewing episodes 1 through 4. Okay, so if you missed that, I did post a link in the description of this video, so you can check that out. I have to actually rewatch it myself to remind myself of my initial reaction to episodes 1 through 4. Now we finally get to talk about the couples and what happened afterwards. Just a heads up, if you did not watch it and you don't want a spoiler, why are you here? Why are you here? It's okay to be here. I mean, I love it that you're here, but if you don't want a spoiler, you might not want to watch this at this point. I already had a spoiler, but it wasn't my fault. What someone I follow on Twitter posted about Deepti and Shake the day it aired. And I was just like, give people a moment to watch it before you post spoilers on social media. And I normally don't get upset about spoilers, but I was just like, this is stupid. Look, this is stupid. What's going on, North Carolina? Albuquerque, what's going on? UK, North Carolina. What's going on? What's going on? Fort Lauderdale, we appreciate you. Connecticut, Chicago, what's going on? What's going on? Australia's in the building. And so many of you have been telling me that I need to get into Love is Blind Japan, Love is Blind Brazil. Look, I ain't got enough time in the day, but I will get to it because I'm hearing those versions are better. I did post a question in our Kempire Daily YouTube poll, and I asked the question: how would you rate season 2 of Love is Blind in comparison to last season? So I gave you the options of you're rooting for season 1 more, you go towards that more, or you went more towards Love is Blind, or you thought both were great, or you thought both were trash. It was up to you. Overwhelmingly, though, at 50% so far, a lot of you said you lean more towards season 1. Maybe because we had more couples come out of that are still together. But I have to say, maybe I just like the funniness, the mess of this entire season 2. Who knows? Who knows? What's going on, guys? Don't forget, again, to like the video if you haven't already. This is our ultimate recap of Love is Blind season 2. So I finally watched the final episode again. I had to watch it again. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Since I talked about Deepti and how that was ruined for me, so I kind of already knew what she was going to say when she was walking down the aisle. Let me bring up Deepti, because I have to say I really enjoyed Deepti. And when I say enjoyed, I think Deepti she's not great reality TV. Like, she's not drama. But I like what she said at the wedding. First of all, I love an Indian wedding. If you have met this couple, then you knew that both of them had never dated another Indian person. Both of them. So this was sort of like the first time that they connected in the pods. And they ended up getting engaged. For those of you that are new to this and maybe just watching because you support the channel, we appreciate it. But aren't familiar with the premise of Love is Blind. Let me get into that first. Hold on, y'all. These little things are moving all around today. Okay. So these are the pods. Love is Blind literally is what it says. People are getting to know each other on this show without actually seeing the person. That's what they're doing on this show. And these couples that we meet actually ask for a hand in marriage before seeing the person. Do they end up getting married at the end? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We will get into those who made it and who didn't make it. But let's talk about, before we get back to Deepti and Shane, let's talk about the couple that did make it from the very beginning, shockingly. And then shockingly, it became like, what in the hell is wrong with Danielle? Meet Nick and Danielle. They were the first to get engaged, at least according to how they played it out on the show. Who knows? They could have been the last to be engaged. I don't think so. But yeah, they were the first to get engaged in the pods. And honestly, I barely remember them in the pods. I mean, we get to really know them once they get outside the pods and they're together and they're engaged. In Mexico, we really got to see another side of Danielle. I'm actually surprised that she said yes at the end. Oh, well, I'm not surprised now. I'm surprised he said yes at the end. Not yet. Sidebar, I felt for Nick because homeboy was sweating. I know some people thought, oh, he was just sweating because it was hot. Or no, not because it was hot. Because you thought he was maybe very nervous. No, I think it was just that hot. Everybody was sweating. Why in the hell they couldn't? I mean, I understand it's a pandemic, but my God, fans? He was sweating through his suit. I felt for him. It's sort of like, oh my God, how do I, enjoy this moment? I'm on national television. Millions of people are watching me and I'm sweating everywhere. I'm trying to capture the sweat. I felt for him because I've been in those sort of sweaty situations where you're like, oh, damn, I don't have a towel. No. I felt for Nick in that situation. But I felt for Nick throughout the season. First of all, Nick was a pot stirring. If you saw my recap of the first 4 episodes, I was like, where did Nick come from? Because he was a pot stirring when he was meeting the other couples, getting all the tea. But then when he went back to Danielle in Mexico when she was in the room because she had gotten sick, we saw a whole other side to Danielle, a very insecure side. And that's why I was really shocked that these two decided to stick together. Because throughout the season, you're like, they are very different. She's partying. She's kind of messy. He's very, analytical. He's very I don't know if he's analytical, but he's very straight and narrow. I mean, he does make his own toothpaste. I mean, I tried doing that. I was like, somebody give me some Crest or Colgate. But I do use Quip's toothpaste too. That's actually pretty good. If you listen to my podcast, you know what I'm talking about. Johnny says, or Joni, I'm not sure. Nick was so messy. I was here for it. Of course we were here for it. Carissa said, poor Nick. All that sweat. But I barely remember them at the very beginning, but I remember Nick afterwards. But the thing that kept on coming up was her insecurity. Even though they both said yes at the end, unless they have some deep therapy separately and together, I don't see it working. You can't marry. I mean, look, insecure people get married all the time, every day. Okay. But her insecurity is going to be the downfall of any relationship that she has. And Danielle definitely needs to get some therapy. I've never seen someone so insecure on reality TV. Someone said, or Dr. Phil. Tyler said Dr. Phil. Exactly. Nelly says Danielle isn't ready for marriage. I honestly, some of the people that said no at the end really did shock me. Some of them, except the one that was spoiled for me. I know I'm going to keep bringing it up. I'm so mad. And I never hate spoilers. I usually don't care about a spoiler, but I was so invested in season 2 of Love is Blind. I was like, I don't want to know. I want to see this. And the day it dropped, I should have unfollowed him. Why would you post a spoiler when the day it dropped? Wait a few days. Anyways, I'm so glad though, even though I waited like a week to watch it, I didn't know what happened with the other couples. I only knew about Deepti and Shake. Let's get to Deepti and Shake. Deepti and Shake, first of all, I love their families probably more than them. I mean, I like Deepti and I like Deepti's mom and dad, but I really like their parents more than Shake. Shake and I said this on my Twitter earlier today. Shake and Shane, they're like the Beavis and Butthead of this season. Literally, the Beavis and Butthead. And I close my eyes and I hear Shake speak, and I'm like, what is this idiot saying? He is an idiot. And I really was rooting for him at one point. I was like, okay, I think he's looking outside of his, very what's the word? Shallow sensibilities. But honestly, I think both of them are going to marry someone white. Nothing wrong with that, but this is what they've said. And so they were like, you know what? I'm going to try dating within my culture. We had a connection in the pod, but watch and believe both of them are going to marry someone what they're used to dating. Hold on, wait. Hetty said, not Beavis and Butthead. What a throwback. That's exactly what I thought of when I was watching the final thing. And we are going to talk about Shane and what's going on there. What is really going on with Shane? When I first reported on Love is Blind season 2, the first 4 episodes, I said, oh, Shane is going to be an F-boy at the beginning. Stephanie says, I ended up loving Shane. I liked Shane towards the middle and almost towards the end, but then we find out some of the things that Shane said to Natalie. How do you come back from that? I just started getting to know you. You already hate me? You already hate me? How do you get, this is why it's important for those of you that are in relationships or trying to get into a relationship. One of the most important things that you need to understand is understanding, look, don't take advice from me, Mr. Single, but still, psychology major, don't say something that you can't take back. Choose your battles wisely. Not everything needs to be a battle. And so many times people have battles over the stupidest things. And we did see some of these couples have battles over the stupidest things, including Mallory and Salvador. Kanai says he throws tantrums. He really does throw tantrums like a little boy. There were some moments, because like I said, at the beginning, I thought Shane was going to be an F-boy. I was like, oh my God, not this one. This is so going to mess with Natalie and her self-esteem. But it ended up, they were like one of the couples you thought would make it. Spoiler alert, they don't. She decides, no, this doesn't work for me. Since we're talking about them, I'll get back to Deepti and what you call it, whatever their name is, Deepti and Shake. There we go. Oh my goodness. Shane's laugh. Shane's everything. It's not just Shane's laugh. Shane, exactly, Carissa. You were reading my mind. And I didn't want to jump to that conclusion. I said, maybe I missed something. Maybe in the beginning he said, oh, I have Tourette's or something. And I said, okay, because I didn't want to say the other thing, because I said, maybe he has Tourette's. That's a real thing. But then I was like, no one confirmed. No one said no. I don't remember him saying he has Tourette's either. So it's the other things. It's the booger sugar. It's something. It's something. He was doing too much of. He was doing too much of that. Tyler says he has ADHD. I don't recall that being one of the things when you have ADHD. I could be wrong, but I've seen we've seen quite a few people on reality TV that have ADHD. I've never seen that. I was thinking something else. Nelly, thank you so much. Nelly, you do not have to keep sending super chats. I saw what you said earlier. Nelly says the wedding was everything. D looks gorgeous. Shake will never get it, and he never will. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to Deepti and Shake, because I am through with these little slides today. I don't know why they're shifting like this. Anyways, it is what it is. Deepti and Shake's Indian wedding. You know I love an Indian wedding. You know I love India. I've been there twice. I love. I was looking forward to this. Oh, see? So I gotta save this. We will get back to that, can I? Ooh. Sass says that is not HG. I mean, I thought the same thing, Stephanie, but now we will get back to what the Reddit said, okay? Not crack mouth. Y'all are we're gonna talk. I am also going to drop the call-in link because I know you guys have a lot to say. Deepti looked gorgeous. I'm so glad she decided to go for a traditional, Indian wedding, Indian, dress. But at the same time, I was thinking to myself, what a waste of a beautiful wedding to go through all of that to say no. You went through the henna tattoo, regardless. I mean, you're still going to have beautiful hands, but you went through all of that to say no. But ladies, let that be a lesson. Just because you are engaged, just because everything has been booked, you can still say no. And we know throughout the season, Shake was telling everybody, "I'm not really attracted to her. She reminds me of my aunt. She reminds me of one of my aunties." You know what you remind us of Shake? Beavis and Butthead. Literally, like you have the brains of Beavis and Butthead. None. I can't wait to go to an Indian wedding, but that was so beautiful. When she said no, she wasn't going to marry him, the Hindu priest, you saw his reaction. If you didn't go back, because I think he was sort of like, wait, I think he didn't know that he was on a reality show. I think he thought this was a real Indian wedding. I mean, it really was a real Indian. You know what I'm saying? I think he didn't realize that. You know, let me take a sip, y'all. DGF says, I love seeing the fashions. Tiffany says, I honestly believe that Deepti wasted his time on purpose because Shake was wasting her time. I mean, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Brenda, welcome to the membership. We shout out to all of our members. Guys, if you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com. Yeah, I love the parents. Ashley says, I love the combo she had with her mother after. So supportive. I love the parents on both sides. I don't know how Shake came from those beautiful people, but after Deepti says, I choose myself, I need to be with someone that isn't uncertain about me. So glad she said that, and we didn't have to tell her that. But as soon as she says it, he's like, it's all right, y'all. We're still going to party. We're still going to party. If he went, I wish they would have made him go first. Why didn't you, producers? Maybe the producers were like, I don't know. He might say no too. But I have a feeling he was going to say yes. Anyone else? Anyone else? I had a feeling I wanted him to say yes so that she could just really stick it to him, because he said some really hateful things about her to the other couples. And he's like, I got a reservation for Nobu. I mean, I'm off until Monday, so let's party this weekend. Micah says Shake would have definitely said yes if she said yes. But I would want him to say it first. Stephanie says, yeah, he would have said yes. But why are you going to say yes when you say you're not physically attracted to her? And apparently that's very important to you, despite you feel like you're so, and I don't understand this, but I guess certain people, Alyssa, I'm such a good person, from Married at First Sight, which is on tonight, y'all. I guess physical attractiveness to certain people is like, that's it. I know for me, even if I wasn't necessarily physically attracted to someone, like fully, if I was so, according to Shake, the way that he was so connected to Deepti, I think that would have made me look at Deepti in a whole other way. Just saying. Blissful says, for Clout Kempire. Damn. Russell says, I think that Deepti would have, Shake would have said yes. Wow. Nelly says, Shake's friends were like, after D said no. Stephanie says, Shake was suspect from jump because we saw him in the pods be so shallow. And then we thought he made a turn. I word on the street, some of the other couples that were not featured on the show did make connections. Who cares? Because the producers felt like they weren't interesting enough. And apparently Natalie, who I ended up really liking towards the end. I really ended up liking Natalie towards the end. Apparently she had another connection with someone else in the pods, but they didn't feature that on the show. They only featured those other weird double connections. So there's a lot of stuff. Ooh, word on the street, Deepti and Kyle are dating. I hope so, you guys. If you saw my first video on the first 4 episodes, I think Kyle's cute in a weird way. But I also think he's so sweet. His personality, I didn't expect his personality to be so sweet and understanding, despite his differences with Shaina, who is I don't know if she was worse than what's her name from last season. Let's talk about them. Thank you guys for the segues. Let's talk about them really quickly. Oh, Lord. I thought first of all, he had nice teeth. You saw my first video, I talked about that. This girl was in love. I don't know if she was in love with anyone, but she had a connection with Shane and she had a connection with Kyle. But she wasn't sure. She wasn't opening up. And she ends up saying yes to Kyle and his mother's engagement ring. But when she gets to Mexico, after he does all this really great, sweet stuff, and he felt like he was some schmuck, and he felt like so lucky to be with her. And I was like, really? See, y'all waste too much time on physical looks, because I'm telling you guys, I've seen so many beautiful, been with quite a few beautiful people, and if their personality sucks, they are the ugliest person to me. But that's me. And she became uglier and uglier the more we got to know her. I don't think this situation had to do with her religion. She really tried to make it about her religion. She's like, I'm really rooted in my, my religion. And you? Well, there are a lot of people who say they're religious and very hypocritical and very judgmental and very not living in the Christian way. Just saying. So I'm like, he said some really sweet things. And I was like, you know what, Kyle? And I knew she wasn't in it. She left him in Mexico. When people show you who they are the first time, believe them. The fact that she left him in Mexico with his mama's ring. He didn't even have her phone number to get in contact with her. Hey, Logan, long time no see. Logan says, not the sexy Christian Gill. Nelly says, yeah, Shaina looks like Ramona Singer. She kind of was giving me Tinsley vibes more, though. She was giving me more Tinsley vibes. Seagram says this chat is live. Always welcome, Seagram. If this is your first time being here, guys, if you're just joining us, we are doing the ultimate recap of Love is Blind season 2 on Netflix. If you're watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts. How would you rate this season in comparison to last season? Who stood out to you? Who was your favorite couple? Who did you think was going to make it but ended up not making it? Quite a few couples didn't make it. I think only 2 couples made it. Yeah, 2 couples made it. Right? Yeah. Michael says, don't do Tinsley like that. I mean, I was getting Tinsley vibes. I'm sorry. Oh, Lana says she was giving Karen vibes. I don't know what she was giving, because later on, Shaina does come back and, she had a connection with Shane, and she had that connection with Kyle. She makes an appearance and she is causing a stir. She's flirting with Shane. She's telling Natalie in a phone call, if when things don't work out with Shane, I got someone for you. All the entire time she wants to get with Shane. That was the moment I was done with Shaina. At first, I was like, you know what? She's looking for love. If it's not going to work out, it's not going to work out with Kyle. You can't force something that's not there. But when she started trying to pot stir and flirt with a man that's engaged, he's engaged. Before they leave the pods, they get engaged. I was done with Shaina. She could have, I don't think she really gave Kyle a chance, but look, word on the street, Kyle and Deepti are dating. Good for them. I hope it works out. I think they're sweet people. Just saying. Look, just saying. Melly says, did you see the look of glee Shaina had when Natalie had an argument with Shane in the pods? Of course. She's a terrible human being. I mean, she's not worse than Alyssa from Married at First Sight. We'll miss Alyssa. Like we would miss never mind. All right. So let's talk about, since we're talking about Shaina, let's go back to Natalie and Shane. Spoiler alert, if you didn't know, these two do not get married, even though it seemed as if they had a great connection. But the night before their wedding, they had a major fight. And he said some really hurtful things, including that he hates her. So why would she say yes to him if you hate me? Even if you're having a fight, that's the last thing you should say to someone. And as I said to you before, in the beginning of the season, I was like, oh, he is a terrible human being. He's not ready to get married, blah, 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 blah. And I mean, he had a weird laugh. He had some weird behavior. I hated his dress. Like the things that he used to wear. I'm like, that's a little too tight for you, sir. It's giving me, look, Martell vibes. But there were moments where I was like, I kind of respect him. He's not who I thought he was going to be. I actually really did enjoy Natalie. But I'm glad she stood up for herself. And she was like, yeah, I up until this point, I would have said yes. But this fight with the things that he said to me, I can't forgive. But she was willing to work on the relationship, but she was not willing to get married. And I get that. I get it. But girl, I'm glad sometimes when someone is trying to move out of your life, that's what you should just allow it. Allow it. Some things are not worth fighting for. Okay. But let's get to what Kanai is saying here. According to producers on Reddit, he was on that sniff. I have never in my life ever done any of that stuff. Okay, ever. And so when I see some of these things, and when you guys point these things out to me when we talk about reality TV or things in the news, I'm like, oh, really? I didn't even notice that. It was just too blatant. But as I said to you before, I said maybe he has a condition. I didn't want to judge him if he had a condition, but I was like, he never mentioned any sort of condition on the show. See, I'm always trying to keep him open mind, always twerking on that fence. I couldn't twerk on this though. I believe it. Look, Makeup says I believe it. Dorisha says I believe it. He could not sit still. And it's like everybody ignored it. And I wonder when he said those things to Natalie, if he was in a fit of, look, everything we say here is alleged. It was just a little too much for me. A little too much for me. Ashley says Natalie's mom was giving the stare of death. I just wonder what happened behind the scenes. What else was it? Did she know he had an issue allegedly? And that's part of the reason why she's like, I love you, like, especially when you're not in this state of mind or when we're not arguing. But I don't know Natalie, you probably dodged a bullet here. Oh, Made in Asia. Did you see the look Natalie's mom gave Shane's mom at the wedding? I have to go back and watch. It's just so much happening. And then he's fidgeting the entire time, and I'm watching him fidget. And then at one point he runs down the aisle and he's just moving back and forth. He could not sit still. I mean, addiction is real, y'all. I don't know if that's what is going on with Shane, but it was just too apparent for me. It was too apparent. Uh-oh, the look. I think y'all all dodged a bullet. I think she needs to leave that alone. Natalie, if you're watching this, don't even try and make it work. Don't even try and make it work. Brianna says, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at that. High Vibe said he had a rush. And then he made it seem when she said no and they saw each other in the courtyard, he made it seem like, I don't know if I want to, try and date. So what were you just going to do? If you really loved this woman and you were going to say yes, then you would give it a try, dating, because you literally told her the night before that you hate her. Tuki says the producer on Reddit said that they didn't see him sniffing, but heard the cast talk about it. Well, then now I really believe it. Thank you, Tuki. Because of course the producers are not going to see, but everyone else. Ariana says he probably went to Shayna's after. I mean, word on the street is Shayna's dating someone else. So who knows? Oh yeah. Yes, I love how all the little things from over the 10 episodes are coming back, or 9 episodes are coming back up. When he said he spent $2,000 on food equals drug habit, allegedly. I just thought he was ridiculous. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know, because I don't think it's the stuff that makes you hungry. I think it's other stuff. Unless there's other stuff that makes you hungry I don't know about. Selena and my I can't even repeat that, Selena. Guys, we are live on multiple platforms, including my TikTok. TikTok, we are live on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, recapping Love is Blind Season 2. I will be posting the call-in link for you guys to call in. Let's get to 150 likes. Let's get to 150 likes. We have almost 300 people watching. We appreciate you all being here for this. If you're watching the replay, I want to know your thoughts on this new season and in comparison to the first season. I honestly enjoyed season 2 more, even though we didn't get a lot of couples that made it. Sorry. Exactly. High Vibe. I'm like, is that why your name is High Vibe? No. Wait. Exactly. Mocha says, I'm greedy, but not 2K. I just said that's ridiculous. I think maybe he was lying. I don't know. I don't know what that was, y'all. All right, let's move on. Let's move on because we have some more couples that I want to talk about. Where should I go first? We already talked about Shaina and Kyle and that not working out. Well, let's talk about the love triangle. I don't know if it's a love triangle. I don't know what it was, y'all. I don't know what it was. So at the beginning of their love affair, this is Iyanna and Jarrett. At the very beginning of their love affair, he was in love with both her and he was in love with Mallory. And I was like, okay, this is the process. They're supposed to, talk to several different people. It's more than likely that you're going to have a situation where, yeah, you have a connection with more than one person. So he had a connection with both Iyanna and he had a connection with Mallory. But he asked Mallory, if I was to ask you to marry me, what would you say? And she basically said, no, she would, she doesn't think that she would say yes. So he loses it, crying and all. And then he decides, I'm going to ask Iyanna. And we're all watching it like, that is... And he says, oh, I went back and forth on every day when I was there. One day it was Iyanna. One day it was Mallory. I just don't know. I don't know. Samara says, I do not trust Jarrett. Oh, wait. A few of you say you do not trust Jarrett. Yeah, Iyanna is adorable. But they're one of the couples that actually make it. They say I do to each other towards the end. I don't know if they're going to make it, but you know what I'm saying. Damn. According to Tati says, that proposal was sorry inherited, was trying to be slick. Ooh. I don't like it. So Latoya says, I trust Jarrett. I honestly, it's not that I don't trust Jarrett. I just feel as if it was so... Look, it could have been hours. It could have been days in between when he asked Iyanna. I don't know. It seemed like minutes. But apparently they look like they have a good time with each other. I think Jarrett and Iyanna were a better fit. I think Jarrett and Mallory are those two that have dated over the years. The very typical people that they've dated in the past. And it never worked out. High Vibe says, I like their family. Yeah, I think I like the families more than any of the people, to be honest with you. Erica says, I root for everyone black. Shout out to Issa Rae. I loved meeting Jarrett's family. Logan says, Jarrett with the blow-up mattress. I can't with y'all. Omar says, the funny thing is Iyanna adopted parents look the same as right? But she got adopted as a grown adult. Technically, not blow-up mattresses. Micah says, going out multiple times a week until past 3 a.m. No, sir. Sorry, time to change it up. I think a lot of people struggle with some of the things that Iyanna and Jarrett would struggle with. But I also think that Iyanna was very insecure too. When we talk about Danielle being insecure, Iyanna had some things that I know a lot of you, not necessarily those that are in the chat, that have these very insecure things when you're in a relationship. Oh, you can't do that when we're together. So there were some things that with Iyanna, I was just like, Iyanna, come on now. He has to throw out the watch carrier that his ex-girlfriend gave to him. Come on, Elephant Brain. Why I remember that? Why would he have to throw that out? It's for practical reasons. What's going to hold my watches? I need something right now to hold my watches. So some of the things I felt like Iyanna was being a little much. but I still felt like they had a good time together. I felt like they still had a really, really good time together. No, Tyler said, yes, throw it away. See, some of you guys would agree. See, Daddy says, right, it was a nice gift. It's practical. Tyler says trash. Vicky says he parties too much. I mean, it will be interesting to see if Jarrett changes his ways in regards to that. I don't think he should give up going out and having a good time. He's still a young person. I think they should be able to go out. Look, that's what marriage is. That's what relationships are. If you get with someone that likes to go out all the time and you don't like to go out at all, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work unless you are secure with them going out without you. Some people are. Some people aren't. Iyanna, I don't think it's made for that. Onyx says, will there be a reunion? I hear there's a reunion coming out. I think this week. We shall see. Tookie says, yes, the watch carrier was nice too. Exactly, Vicky. Not 3 times a week. I mean, don't you have a job? I'm my own boss and I don't go out 3 times a week. Bree says, Kemp, she's young. And that's the reason why young people shouldn't necessarily get married. Okay. So so it comes out on Friday. We might have to go live on Friday, y'all. I don't know if that's enough time for you guys. Maybe we'll go live on Saturday or Sunday or something. I don't know. We will figure it out. No, I can't do Sunday. So maybe on Friday evening or something. We shall see. I got to watch it first, though. Omar says Iyanna needs to fix her own life. You know what? Y'all are so shady. User number 1. Nice name. Jarrett had great family values. He had a great family. Iyanna was like 20-something, right? I don't remember. I'm probably just making that up. Gabrielle says 3 times a week, Kempire, you are not in your 20s. I didn't say that was a good thing. I don't think three times a week is, I mean, even when you were in your 20s, I wasn't going out 3 times. I mean, I was working, going to school, so that wasn't happening. Omar says 22. Sass says 27. Which one is it? She better not be 22. Russell said, let's trash Sal. You know what, Russell? We are not going to trash my boy Sal. Let's move on, because I do want to drop the call link. Guys, let's get to 150 likes. We have to talk about this couple. If you haven't watched, spoiler alert, this couple has not, they did not last. Okay, so she is 27. She was adopted at 22. Okay, 22. I wish somebody would adopt me at 22. Meet Mallory and Sal. If you watched the first video that I did on the first 4 episodes, I told you I love Sal. I still love Salvador. Sal, I said in my video, if you want to come to this side, feel free. Look. All I can do is hear his beautiful voice on that ukulele. Sal at the end decides that no, they need more time. I don't feel like, I was really shocked. I thought if anyone was going to say no, it was going to be her, because they've been through a lot. As you know, she had a connection with Jarrett Bear. When they actually finally saw each other, and she was like, oh, Jarrett Bear. I didn't like that conversation. And that's probably what stuck in the back of Sal's mind. He's like, I'm all in. Sal is just an upstanding person. He's a decent human being. There are not a lot of genuine, decent human beings. There are a lot of people that like to fake the funk, but aren't truly genuine. Sal, you could just tell. And as soon as he said no, all the other men, when that happened, they all ran. Sal addressed her family and was like, you know, this wasn't what I wanted, but this is what it is. I'm paraphrasing. Micah says, him and his ukulele. We got 2 moments with him in the ukulele, but we got like 3 moments of him singing. Where's his record deal? Beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. All I hear him singing in the park. She looks like some Beyonce. I can't remember the lyrics. And I said, she do not look like Beyonce, but she's beautiful. Mallory is beautiful. Yes, and just says, I loved when he spoke to her family because he's such a good human being. Is he perfect? No. But when she made such a big issue of his, I don't even think she was an ex. It was someone he dated or was in, I don't know. She made such a big issue of it, like she was gonna break up with him because some crazy chick decided to come back in his life. Oh, there we go. My fiance looks like Beyonce. I was like, come on, Sal. Where's my drawers? Come on, Michael. Like I said, he thought this was American Idol. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, no, guys. Pop Circus, I did not. So let me know what the Instagram explanation was, because I literally just got to watch the finale. As you guys know, I'm busy here on the channel. You're getting daily and consistent content, including updates on Kanye and Kim divorce. She was legally declared single. If you missed that video, be sure to check that out if you haven't already, including also our Real Housewives of New Jersey recap from earlier today. Tomorrow, we will be doing our Real Housewives of Orange County recap and Married at First Sight. All right. And if you haven't joined our texting community, this is where you can get the notifications at TheKempire.com. Okay. Micah says Sal was handsome, though. I will admit that. He was. He was. Bree says Sal is a class act, truly, but his hesitation when she said if they would continue to grow their relationship, which says to me, I feel as if there was more. I think there was more going on with Sal, but I think he saw something with Mallory that he didn't like. Sasuke says, Kemp, what is a tourism sales rep? Why are you asking me? Tourism sales rep. Well, oh, you know what that could be? Maybe like when I book my tours, the person that sells the tour to me, the person that actually, gets all my information, tells me more about the tour. So maybe that's what he does. I don't know how well that pays. He should really be doing something in music. He's very talented. Very talented. Pop Circus says she knew he was still going on the show and couldn't accept it ending. Oh, in regards to the chick that came back into his life. Yeah, exactly. Hurricane Tammy says Sal knew she wasn't the one. I feel like he saw more. I think maybe he got more details about what happened between her and Jarrett. Who knows? She looked beautiful though. Erica, thank you so much for the super chat. Erica says, but she chose you, Sal, over a 6-foot black man. Come on. We was all rooting for you. Come on. Mallory's family was not about this little reality show, right? They didn't even come. Her sister came. So that also wasn't a good sign. I feel like there was just more happening that we just did not see. We did not see. Omar says, now Mal must looks like Yolanda, not Yolanda from Selena. You know, I'd be cracking myself up. You know what? Micah says, maybe Iyanna calls Sal up, right? I don't know. Things do happen behind the scenes, like with Shane and the allegedly. Your fiance looks like J-Lo. You know what? You guys are a mess. Oh, Russell says Sal's singing was horrific. We will find out Sal is a sociopath. Look out. Russell. I mean, the more I look at him and I play this little snippet, Ariana says Sal gives me that vibe too. Come on now. Now y'all gonna start saying that about me, and I'm a sweet person. Y'all gonna start making up lies about me that that person you see on YouTube is not who you think he is. What is wrong with you guys? Why can't there just be genuinely sweet people out there? Not a Lifetime movie. Says you are New York and you should know better. Maybe I've been in the house too long. What is happening? Hey, Brianna, thank you so much. Ashley says he does give off that too good to be true vibe. See, that's the bit. Y'all all in here bitter. Y'all are all in here bitter. Y'all feel like that's impossible, all because he has a ukulele and singing songs to you. Guys, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Love is Blind Season 2 on Netflix. This is the ultimate recap because we're talking about it all, including the weddings and the couples that made it and those that didn't. As we were just talking about, Mallory and Salvador did not make it, despite us all thinking maybe they would. Maybe they would. Yeah. Pop says, I'm happily married. Maybe that's why I believe Sal's receipts. Okay. Omar says, does he got the ukulele in his pocket? Y'all just so... I'm going to pray for you guys that you find love in your life. I honestly think Sal was paying attention to his instinct and probably felt that Mallory really wasn't into him fully. Or maybe he didn't like... I mean, look, who knows? Who knows? Damn, Ashley said he could have at least have a guitar. That ukulele was a... Why was that a red flag? Why was that a red flag? I don't understand how that was a red flag. If you saw my first video on the Love is Blind first 4 episodes, I said it was the ukulele that won me over. Wait, I'm going to get in between y'all conversations. The ex independently befriended his sister at a protest and inserted herself into his life. Oh, so she was crazy. Sal's ex. I don't even know if they were even together. I think they dated. Oh, wait, Omar says, y'all got to hear his IG live. He explains everything. Really? Is it long? Look, is it long? Because with Salvador, we don't have that kind of time. I've never even went to his Instagram. No, he doesn't have it saved. Damn him. I wish he would have had it saved. Whatever. He's still a kid. Aww. He's from El Paso, Texas, and he moved to Chicago. So all of them were based in Chicago, huh? All right, I'm going to drop the call link. I do want to hear what you guys have to say. Okay? But make it quick. Look, make it quick. It's dinner time. I can't believe I've been talking for like almost 50 minutes about Love is Blind. Okay, wait. We didn't talk about one of the couples. And let me just drop the call link first. We didn't talk about... Who did we talk about? We didn't talk about Iyanna and Jarrett's wedding. I know that. We talked about everyone else, right? I think so. Look, there weren't that many couples. All right. There we go. And let me pin it. But from what I hear, based on what everyone has been saying, Love is Blind Japan and Love is Blind Brazil are really good. So I really want to get into that. I don't know if I will be recapping it because I know you guys want me to recap everything under the sun. I wish I had the time, but I really don't, y'all. I really don't. But I am going to watch it. And if it's really that good, maybe I will. I mean, almost 400 of you are here for Love is Blind Season 2, the American version. So you never know. Oh, I know. Mary says you really have to start watching Married at First Sight Australia. I don't even know where or how I could. I don't think it's available on Lifetime. Just saying. Tookie says, shoot, Sal Payne, this must be good for that girl to be popping up on his sister's doorstep. Mallory said this. She said, he had that little something, that little Latin flavor. So, okay. Omar says he explained the other woman who she was. Omar, can you explain it to us? Because it's no longer available. I don't see it. Ashley says Japan is great at honestly. I'm all right. Makeup says booked and busy. And I don't say that to be like, oh my God, I'm booked and busy. Now some people say it. No, I'm busy. I'm busy, y'all. You see the content that you're getting on multiple platforms. Mind you, I have still more videos that I need to put on my TikTok. So be sure to check me out on TikTok. That's where we do live watch parties. There will not be a live watch party tonight because I have so much to do. So much to do. Okay. We have quite a few people backstage, guys. Let me get to those folks. But just a reminder, if you haven't already and you're watching, hydrate yourself with a coldest water bottle. Coldest water bottles come in multiple colors, multiple sizes, keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. They also have tumblers for your coffee and other things, tea and whatnot. They have pillows. I hear their pillows are life. They have things for your pets. Head on over to coldest.com and don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. That's KEMP10 for 10% off. Get your coldest water bottle today. All right. Let's take some callers. Did I cover everybody? Oh, wait. Let me just say this quickly about Iyanna and Jarrett's wedding. It was beautiful. Their wedding was beautiful despite the love triangle that they were dealing with. Their wedding was beautiful. I was like, I can't imagine someone saying no right now. But I was like, I didn't imagine someone saying no with the whole Mallory and Sal situation. But I'm glad that they said, because they genuinely look like they had a good time together. I love the fact that his father married them. That's why I was part of like, I can't imagine saying no. The daddy's marrying you. Ooh, rough. That would have been rough. I don't know. But here we are. They were not my favorite couple to watch, to be honest with you. You know, especially after all the love triangle stuff. Once that was done, I was just like, there really wasn't anything else interesting going on with them. But you know. All right, let's get to some callers so I can go have some dinner. But if you're watching the replay of this, as always, I want to know your thoughts on on these episodes of Love is Blind. Are you watching Love is Blind Japan or Brazil? Let me know if I should. I know you guys want to tell me I should. All right. I'm going to bring up Natavia. What's going on, Natavia?
Hey, Kempire. What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm doing good. This was the first time I watched this. I didn't watch the first season. I think I might go back and watch that. People say it was pretty good. But I didn't like none of the couples to go on. I didn't like Nick and Danielle. Danielle was very much so off, and I think that Nick, like, even though he was warranted, like when he was snapping back at her, because like it's frustrating when somebody is saying something and like it's just out of thin air. You don't have a clue what they're talking about. It's frustrating. And I don't think he's going to be able to contain himself, you know, daily with those type of things that she was doing. So it might get out of control with them. And I think that Natalie didn't really like Shane like that. I think that she just wanted the white guy. And I do think that something was wrong with him because, and I think that he probably got physical with her, just in my opinion, because he was the way he was at that baseball field where he couldn't hit the ball. I couldn't believe he was that mad. It was.
Well, you already know what we've been alleging.
I thought he was gonna crack that baseball bat in half. I thought he was just gonna like crack it over his knee. I felt so bad for him. He was so mad, and the way he looked at her after when she was trying to talk to him, and the way that she was like whispering to him, and the way that he was giving her that deadly look, I'm like, yeah, he probably put hands on her, like grabbed her up or something like that. And that's why her mama was looking at his mama, old leather skin like that, because her son probably got physical with her daughter. And Mal and Sal, I think that Mallory was just full of it. I think she did want to get with Jarrett. I don't like how her voice changed when she was around Sal and his family and stuff like that, as opposed to when she was around Jarrett, how she talked. And then I don't like I don't think Jarrett too much care for Iyanna. I think if she would have let him have sex with her, I think it might have been different. But maybe it might change after they have sex because it seemed like he wasn't that into her like that. And I don't think he's good for her. And I think I want somebody to say who stabbed him
Oh,
because I think it was an ex girlfriend. I don't think
he
it
said it
was.
was a friend.
Yeah, a girlfriend.
Oh,
Because the way he was saying it, like, you know, he didn't know it was something like that. He didn't see the knife coming. Like, most dudes are not gonna stab another dude. Like, your guy friend is not going to stab. Like, you just not gonna stab your friend. Like, I see if y'all was tussling in a fight and then you pulled out a knife and stabbed them. But just to sneak up on somebody and stab them, that's something a woman to do. I think it was a lady. And as low as where the stab was at, I think it was a lady.
oh, damn.
He ain't no good.
Oh, damn.
He's no good. And I think a lady stabbed him. I want somebody to come out. I want him to tell that whole story. Because even if it was a guy, why would you tell that story? Because he know if he would have said a girl had stabbed him, that would be a red flag right there that you be on some BS and a woman stabbed you.
Okay, well, Pop Circus, you on it. Pop Circus says the whole story and screenshots on Twitter thread. Screenshots.
What? Do it say that it was a woman or not? I think so. I just can't believe it was a man.
God, we shall see. All things done in the dark will come to the light. Wow.
That's all
Okay,
I had.
you give me a lot to think about.
Wait a minute. Not gonna be off subject, but Love and Marriage Huntsville. Remember I said that Destiny and Martell mess?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the chat was like, men and women can be friends. I'm like, yeah, they can be friends, but it seemed like it was something with them. And now on this season,
All
it's
you
looking like
saw
they
was a
trying to
trailer.
tease
Calm
at it.
down. All you saw was a trailer. Calm down. You know how they like to get us all riled
You're
up.
right. Okay, that's all I had.
So Carlos King saw one of our lives. He's like, "Oh, that's going to be our storyline for season 4."
Right.
Thank you, Natavia. Have a great rest of your evening.
You too. Bye, guys.
All right. Oh, wow. The backstage is full. All right. People, the most important thing that you want to say that. Oh, I'm shaking my camera. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Erica, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Erica?
Hey, how you doing? It's been a long time.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. Okay, I wrote notes.
Okay.
But they quick. Latavia, she is making some valid points with women. Typically women are more likely to stab and the heat of passion type of thing. I'm into crime shows, so we'll see. I never watched season 1. So this is my first time because I typically don't like dating shows, but I did enjoy this one. I was shocked about Mallory, right? I really thought that they were going to make it, but he got a roommate. So what he did, I'm just saying, I don't know. But maybe they would have moved to her house. I don't know, but that just would have.
I would think.
I mean, okay, you're right. The wedding decor, is it always that basic? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like season 1, it felt a little bit more elaborate.
Oh, okay.
But also remember we were dealing with a pandemic.
Okay. It was just no flowers, no candle. I mean, no.
Did you see the Indian wedding? There were plenty of flowers.
Now that was dope. I think their mom and daddies put in on that one because they do that for their children. But the other ones were just so
to do that and then not get married.
Right. But Shake, he was really fake. Like he was so happy to see her. I don't know what happened. I just think they should have just. Well, it was fake. Okay, you're right. I think they should have just smashed and saw what happened because he was just like, I don't know. Just do it, bro. But I don't know. I was very disappointed that both of them have issues with data inside their race. I hate. I don't like that. I really don't when people don't date within their race. And last thing. Mallory was definitely code switching. I mean, I know she's from the South Side of Chicago, but when she was talking to Jarrett, it was like she just switched up a little bit. She had a little black scent when she was talking to him. But
oh, y'all gonna make me go back?
Yeah, look, check out her vibe. I don't know if it was a friendly homie vibe or it was like it was definitely flirted on both of their parts, and she definitely switched up a bit. So yeah.
All right.
But that's it.
Thank you,
Enjoy
Erica.
your dinner. You too.
Bye.
All right, boo.
Bria, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Bria?
Hi, Kempire. How are you? Good, thank you. I've got some notes too, but quick notes. So, I think Iyanna deserves so much better. So much better. She's not second place. And the way he came in saying, "Oh, it was the both of you." No, you wanted Mallory. She said no, and you said, "Well, I've got a backup, so slide you in there." I feel like she should have said no from the beginning. Every time, especially when Iyanna's mom asks him, "What do you like about her?" Resilience. Like, what is that? Like, are we trying to suffer in life? I don't understand. Why is it resilience? Nothing about she's cute, she's funny, all of these things you couldn't find, but it's resilience. Red flag. Also, when it comes to Deepti and Shake, yeah, Deepti as well, she deserves so much better. I'm so glad she said no. Shake, it's a bit fake because when they initially met, he was really grabbing up on her. Like, he was really grabbing up on her, saying how much he liked her, but then now he's saying that he doesn't find her attractive. I think he's just desexualized Indian women. So because for some reason he's only dated white women, so now he's removed any sort of sexual thing that you can have an Indian woman. That's why he sees them all as a family member or an auntie, and that's a him problem, and he needs to go figure that out. So, and he can go to Nobu on his own. No one cares. Even his mom was disappointed. Even all his friends, when he was saying at the wedding, "I don't really know about the connection," they were like, "Really? Like, get a grip." Exactly. So it's a him problem. Shaina, I don't know. I don't know if God knows Shaina or Shaina's just, I don't know, because Shaina's weird. You said that you don't want to be with Kyle because of religion, but you didn't ask Shaina about religion. Like, or you, when he was asking you to take off your clothes and what you're wearing, you didn't say anything about religion. So I don't think it's about that. Just say you don't like him and keep it pushing. And then when her brother was like, do you like being in the American? I said, oh, it's giving Trump. No. Thank you. No, thank you. So yeah, and then with Sal and Mallory, I like Sal. He's cute. I'm not a fan of the ukulele. Every day singing to me, but he can stay. Mallory settled. She's definitely settling. She wanted Jarrett or a guy like him, and she's trying to settle for the nice guy because she's been hurt by Jarrett's in the past. But I think Sal realized that and probably thought, you know what, she doesn't actually like me that much. And I'm glad that he picked himself in that instant. And then with Danielle and Nick, they're irrelevant. But Danielle needs therapy. She doesn't need to get married. She needs therapy ASAP. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Bria. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, we have 4 more callers, guys. Let me take this down before y'all start trying to call in now. Y'all know what time it is. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the second season of Love is Blind on Netflix. They don't pay me, but they should. If you haven't checked out my recap of the first 4 episodes, be sure to check that out. I already linked that in the description of this video. I'm going to bring up Jennifer. What's going on, Jennifer?
Hey, Kemp. How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
Fine. Does it bother you when people call you Kemp, or do you like Kempire?
I mean, either one worked. Kemp is my legal name.
Oh, okay, cool. Jennifer is mine. So, I wanted to say, okay, first, let's talk about Jarrett and Iyanna. I feel bad for Iyanna because she really went into this with the right reason. And Jarrett, because Mallory told him no, and then he went to her, it should be like a gut feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just not eeny, meeny, miny, mo, And I think Mallory liked Jarrett. However, I think that she knew that Jarrett was Black. You see how hard her family was with her own race? Just imagine how hard they would have been with another race. So, and I think with Sal knew that Mallory was not into him. And he could feel it. She wasn't really into him. She was settling, and that's number one. And Sal is big on family, and her family was not having that. So that's another reason why he couldn't do it. And it's too bad you couldn't see his thing, because the sister did the stalker, we're going to call her stalker because that's what she was. She did befriend his sisters at a Black Lives Matters thing. And he kept telling her he didn't want a relationship because he was in this process. But okay, we can go out because the people told him, go out. Don't stop your life because of COVID, you know. And he went out with her a couple of times, but he said he would notice every time he would say something about going on the show, she would get mad. And he was like, okay, I got to step back from this. So then she started befriending his sister. So it was all kind of red flags. And then when he didn't want nothing to do with her, she said her brother has a gun and ain't afraid to use it. So yes.
Jennifer came with the tea.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like 14 minutes, but I watched it. Yes.
I wonder if they're going to talk about it on the reunion. Jennifer, did I lose you? I can't hear you. Jennifer, I lost you. Uh-oh. Jennifer, thank you so much for calling in.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. What did you say, Kemp?
I don't remember what I said, but you brought the tea.
Yeah. So they told the whole thing, and yeah, the lady was really, really crazy and showing up at his sister's house, and it was just wow. It was wow. So he never really had a relationship with her at all. They went out on a couple of dates, but he did not have a relationship with her. So that was that. And
before I let you go, because I felt like Mallory's overreaction to that incident was just another sign that she was looking for an excuse.
Yeah, she was looking for a way out. And I think by her family not being it was just too many things. And Sal is a good dude. And I don't see what other people see. I don't see that with him. He seems like a good dude. And it was just sad because she lost out. I think she probably did want Jarrett, but Jarrett was the wrong color. Let's just keep it real, you know. And the other girl, did you see the way Nick was sweating?
Oh my gosh, we were talking about that. I felt so uncomfortable watching him sweat like that.
I was like, why did this fool say yeah?
I think it was hot. Everybody was sweating. In all fairness, everybody was sweating if you really look around. But he's also right in the middle where the sun is beaming on them. Right. I don't know, it was from the hottest day in Chicago that day.
But he was sweating like a whore in church. He was sweating. I was like, wow. And the whole thing with that is, yes, Danielle, he's going to spend, if they stay together, he's going to spend the rest of his life telling her that's not what you heard. That's not what I said. That's not what happened. You know, and this and that. Her self-esteem is so low. She needs a ladder to get up on the curve. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. and Shake, Shake got shaken baby syndrome. Something wrong with him. He's just crazy. He's just crazy. There's nothing else to say. He's just crazy. He's rude. He's crazy. He didn't deserve Deepti, and I'm glad she chose herself. And he's an embarrassment to his family. He's really an embarrassment to his family. Damn. You know?
Damn. And embarrassment to us. Lord.
To us, too. It was bad. I don't know why. How do they pick these people?
Well, they picked them so they'll be entertaining and that we'll talk about their mess.
Yeah. It's nothing like season 1, though.
Yeah, season 1, we had, a lot of couples that made it. And they're still together.
That was crazy. But, honey, I know it's almost dinner time for my camp.
Yes, ma'am.
I enjoy you.
For calling in.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, we have 3 more calls that we're going to get to, guys. But you heard what Jennifer said. It's dinner time. And I barely have eaten today. It's been a busy day. But if you're just joining us, we're talking about Love is Blind season 2 on Netflix. I have not watched Brazil or Japan, but I might start watching that tonight. Oh, I don't have time tonight. Well, soon. Maybe if I get a vacation. Ashley says Sigmund Freud would have loved to talk to Shake and his constant talk of his aunt. Randy says, don't trust a vet with no pets. Shake. Mingy Rat says, love your show. I needed this mess today. Thank you. Mary says, I think Jarrett and Iyanna worked out well in spite of the fact that he originally wanted Mallory. People can turn it around. I love. I mean, yeah, I think they did end up turning it around. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it. I just didn't love how it came together. Brianna says, OMG, Chicago was wild like that. So I believe it about the whole Sal situation. Oof. All right. Brenda, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Brenda?
Hi, Kempire. How you doing? I'm
How
going
are you?
quick because I know you want to eat, and I need to eat too. So I like season 1 better than season 2 because I felt like we had a balance of romance as well as messiness, because we had the love story with Lauren and Cameron, which I love to watch, but then we had the messiness with Barnett and Jessica, and then even Gigi and Damien. So I think that's why I like season 1 better than season 2, where it's just like red flag galore. It's like Kool-Aid red. Everybody was red.
I'm not trying to call you.
I know. I'm trying to. It's my husband. He'll be fine. I'll be quick. The thing about Love is Blind Japan is that it's Japanese people are way more polite, so it's not as messy. Just to let you know, but they're a little bit more direct, I feel, with their feelings. And then with Brazil, the men are very misogynistic, so it's a lot messier. So just to let you know about that. So you might love Brazil. Deepti went on Nick Viall's podcast and she was spilling the tea about Abhishek. He got a good edit, she said. He said a lot worse about her. A lot of the cast member pulled her coattails about him. Shane was one of the guys that was really protective of her. The scene where Jared and Abhishek were talking, he was like, she reminds me of my aunt. Jared let her know, like, don't marry him. He doesn't say nice things about you. He was having a lot of anxiety during the filming. She would walk his dog. She would cook his breakfast. She would make his lunches. And then even during the premiere of the episodes, she would call him and tell her, I don't like how they make me look. But he never once apologized for the things that he said about her.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked it out, it's Nick Viall's podcast. It's out now. There's a YouTube on it. He also interviewed Shaina. Shaina is in a relationship, she said, but she came off as fake and phony. I'll let you know that straight up. But that is it. Have a good dinner. Thank you so
Brenda,
much.
go call your husband. Oh, she hung up. All right, we're going to take one last caller, guys. You're just joining us. Don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And speaking of supporting the channel, thank you to everyone that is a part of our membership. If you'd like to become a membership of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com. And don't forget to join our texting community. That way you can get alerts when we go live and all that good stuff. Or if you missed anything here on the channel, and there's probably a lot that you've missed in regards to pop culture news. We don't just talk about reality TV here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. All right. Ashley says, I saw a lot of you say that you like Japan. Ashley says, Japan is my jam. The way they express their feelings is a nice change of pace. I'm going to watch it. All right, Maya, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Maya? Oh, Maya, you're muted.
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I just want to make a quick 2 comments. I love Iyanna and Jarrett. I think they are the cutest. I like their story. Of course, it started out like, Iyanna wasn't his first. Mallory was, but the way that it evolved, I think it's the cutest thing that could happen. And I really rooted for them. I hope they're still together on Friday at the reunion. Now, Shake and Deepti. Shake, Deepti, Shake. I just, oh my God, it was horrible. I felt so bad for her. Oh my God, I just wanted to cry for her. But when she at the end shows herself, I was very glad for that, because, and I'm worried about how she's going to handle things after everything's done. Is she going to be okay? Because that was a lot to take.
Yeah.
That was a lot of negativity to take. I'm just worried if she's gonna be okay after this. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much, Maya, for
Thank
calling
you.
in.
Have a good dinner.
Thank you.
You're
Bye. Ooh. MBK says, Maya sounds like Iyanna. She did, right? For a second, I was like, is that why she wants that to work out? No. All right, guys. Here are my final thoughts on Love is Blind season 2. I really was invested in season 2 more than season 1. I thought season 1 was good, and I even watched, the little follow-up, little after the ultra stuff. It was good. I was invested. I don't know why I'm watching so many of these relationship, dating shows, reality shows. I'm really not, like, I can't get into The Bachelor. Especially after you've done the show so many times, it starts to play out in a way that's like, okay, this is so scripted, so pre-produced. But this is only the second season of Love is Blind, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the process. I kind of wish certain relationships did make it. I did want to see Sal make it with someone, maybe not Mallory, because there was this other situation going on. But hopefully for Jarrett and Iyanna, it does work out. And for Nick and Danielle, get therapy, guys. If you really want it to work out, get some therapy for Danielle and for the relationship. I was actually surprised. Guys, don't forget to like the video if you haven't liked it already. I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern for our Real Housewives of Orange County recap. And of course, later in the day with our Married at First Sight Boston recap. No more Alyssa, but Lindsay's coming in a close second for someone that's working our last good nerve. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you all for being here. And I will see you guys in the next video. There we go. Let me get out of here. You can see I'm losing my mind. Hungry.
You messed this up like you always do. You want me back, but I'm through with you.